Okay, so now we accounted for this. We want to actually make it so a user can select a shoe when they are creating an activity. So let's close out of all this. Let's go to our activity test and let's make another test down here. Or actually, maybe we can. I wonder if we can build on an existing one. You know what? For now, I'm just gonna copy this. Do a different test. So should set shoe when creating an activity. So we'll sign in as the user. But I gotta think about this actually because we might want to have a different user. Probably want to have confirmed user with shoe. So let's do that right here instead. So user, might even make a new variable here. So user with shoe. We'll do users and let's go ahead and also do, probably want to get the shoe here. So shoes, and they only have one shoe, so we'll just get that. Okay, so we're gonna sign in as the user with the shoe. Then we're gonna go to the new activity path. We'll do distance. I think the date is already set. And let's see here. So distance, I don't think we need to actually worry about too much, but what we actually want to do is select, and then we want to do like shoe dot name with miles, and this doesn't exist yet, but this will be a method that will kind of concatenate the name of the shoe plus the miles. That way when you're selecting your shoe, you not only know, well, you would just see how many miles are on the shoe, which I think is a nice little thing right there. Click button, create activity, and then probably just want to make sure that what happens in the activities controller. Activities controller. So activity created. So we'll just look for this. So basically, assert text, created activity, and if we clear this out, and if we run Rails t test system activities test and go to line 103, this should fail. Okay, we can see here undefined method name with miles. So this didn't work, but let's work backwards from here. So if we go into our shoe model, let's just make a method called name with miles, and then this will just be, we will concatenate the self.name, and then in parentheses we'll just do self dot distance in miles, and we'll just say miles right there. So now we have this method. So this is good. I also know that we want to we don't want someone to pick a shoe that is retired. We should probably keep those hidden. But then when they're editing an old activity, we will display it there. So I'm going to say available, and this will be a new scope, and this will be where retired is set to false, and this will just help us select that. I think I might also make another scope called alphabetized. Make sure that's even spelled right. There we go. Spell it right there. And then we can do order and name ascending, and I think what I'll do here is, this is a scope right here. Although I'm not sure what's going on here. Doesn't seem to like this. And then we can actually tack on alphabetize, but I'm not sure why that seems to be upset with me right now. Well, we'll give that a shot in a second. I can't tell what's going on there. It seems to have like some weird syntax stuff going on. But in any case, available is that, so we can kind of tack these on here. Actually, you know what? I might even take that off and do, and I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but in the shoes controller, I might do shoes.order.alphabetized. Okay, so we have that. Now we want to go to the activities form, and where should we add this? Maybe just above the description, I guess. We can even add it up here. Maybe I'll just add it up here. So let's do shoe, and we can keep the collection selects, but now we can do current user shoes. Let's get rid of this. So we want to get all of the available shoes, and we also want to make sure they are alphabetized. And then from here we want to do the ID of the shoe, but then we also want to get the name with miles. This is what's going to be used in the select list. So I think this should work. Let's give it a shot. Hey, that worked. That's cool. And actually, now that I'm in here, I think I might want to set a prompt to true in here. That way you don't have to have a shoe if you don't want. And another thing I actually want to do is, so this is when if we're making a shoe, or sorry, if we're making an activity, we want to get all of the available shoes. We don't want to display anything that's retired. However, if someone's going to edit a shoe or an activity and the shoe happens to be retired, it should still be visible in the form. So I think what I'll do is we can do a little trick where we can get the form object, which in this case will be activity. So if the form object is persisted, meaning like, are you making a new activity or has this activity already been saved? So if it's persisted, that means it's been saved. So we'll just show whatever shoe, we'll just kind of give them a list of all the shoes. If not, we'll limit them to available ones. So I think what I can do here is, if it's persisted, instead of available, let's just do alphabetized. We probably don't need, well, we can keep the prompt there. Let's go ahead and just run this test one more time. Cool, that worked. Let me just real quickly, let's go in here, sign in as a user with many shoes, which actually I think I already am. Cool, and the server's running. So if I go in here and create new activity, shoe, please select. Oh, cool. Okay, this is good. So here we have this, and actually this could be a good test right here. So let's see, shoe distance, I don't know, 1 yard, create activity. And if I go in here, oh, you know what? I think do we have to whitelist this? Or maybe I need to, yeah, let's just quickly do this. This is updating. No, it doesn't look like it is, although, let me see if, I wonder if instead of shoe it needs to be shoe ID. Oh, I don't think that's it. Let me check out the controller. So activities, controller. Okay, we have a shoe ID in here. I wonder if we just need to do that. So I'll just change every instance of shoe to shoe ID, but we want the label to say shoe. So let's see here. Let's do shoe 10, update this, go back to edit. Okay, so it's persisting, so that's good. And now if I go in and go to my shoes, view my shoes, what happens if I delete this? Let's see if it affected the activity. View my activities, here's this. Okay, cool, the shoe is removed. So that's good. It's a good spot to be in. I'm just thinking if there's anything else we need to take care of right now. That should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get status, get add, and then get commit. And we'll say allow user to assign a shoe with an activity.